I were to click on increment, the count will get decreased. If I click on decrement, the count will get decreased. So right now guys, I'm going to create a div, and inside this I will to create two buttons. So I can say button into two. One button will increase, so I will just give it plus, and one button is going to decrease, so I will give it minus. If I go again, so I'm getting two buttons right over here. If I zoom this page, so here at this point I will create an h1 tag which will hold the values. So for example, the current value is 1. Let's take this h1 in below this. So I'm just trying to make it center the counts. Then I will say here inside square brackets I will say count, comma. They're going to have another name which is going to be set count. We can do any name, but mostly this will be really relatable. So count will just show the count and set count will update it. Okay, and here I'm going to say use state, and here I'm going to pass the initial state. For example, my initial state is 12. Okay, and as I do this, inside this h1 tag I can just say inside curly brackets I can just access the value using count. Okay, if I come on the page and check our project, so it will be 12. Okay, the initial stage, I want the initial state to be 0. So we are having a button, and here we are going to use a method called onPlay. We will have a simple arrow function which will update the state. This variable is only used to update the changes. So I'm going to say set count. Inside parenthesis I'm going to say count plus 1. So if I just say here plus, then the changes you can just see it just updated from 0 to 1. The current state is 1. Right now it's 1. It can just update it from 0 to 1. If I click again plus, what will happen? 1 plus 1. The current state is 2. If I click again, then it will become 3, then 4 and 5. See on click, I can just pass an arrow function. I can just say set count. And here I'm going to say count minus 1. So plus will increase, minus will decrease it. How was this video? Let me know inside the comment section. Thank you guys.